In this video, we will learn how to automatically register users to WebinarKit on successful Stripe payment. So here I am using Stripe payment gateway for collecting the paid registrations of my webinar, and I have created my webinar in WebinarKit software. Now I want that whenever customer makes the payment in Stripe, or you can say whenever the payment is captured in Stripe payment gateway, the very same user should be registered to my webinar automatically. To create this automation, I just need to integrate Stripe and WebinarKit with the help of an automation and integration software. And in my automation, my trigger application will be Stripe and the action application will be WebinarKit software. So just come to my screen and let's start the process of creating this automation. This is the website of that automation software, Pabbly Connect. You can also reach to this website by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now create your free account, which is absolutely free, and you will also get free task to test this automation which I am creating in front of you. Now click on Access Now, Pabbly Connect Access Now, and you will reach to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now click on this blue button, create workflow, and give any random name to your workflow. I have given the name as Stripe payment done, add user to WebinarKit. Click on create and you will find two boxes in front of you, trigger and action, and our automation is going to work on these two principles only. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. When this happens, do this. According to our use case, when the payment is captured in Stripe payment gateway application, add the very same user to WebinarKit application. That is why here I am going to choose Stripe payment gateway application as my first application, and in trigger event I am going to use checkout completed because I want to trigger it whenever the checkout is completed. Now you will see a webhook URL and some set of instructions. So I am going to copy this webhook URL and paste it into Stripe payment gateway, and this is how I am going to build the connection in between Stripe and Pabbly Connect. Okay, so you can follow these instructions. The link is given here. Click on that link directly and you will reach to the webhook section of Stripe payment gateway. Okay, it is taking time. So I have reached to this webhook section, and now because I am creating this automation just for the testing purpose, that is why I'm going to enable this test mode, and here the webhook option is available. Click on this add endpoint and paste the same URL. Okay, the webhook URL, copy from here and paste it here, and description if you want you can give it. For now I am leaving it blank, and in select events again you will have to choose the checkout completed, the same trigger event which you have selected in the Pabbly Connect. Alright, click on add events, again click on this add endpoint button, and you will see our webhook URL will be added here. Alright, now read what is written over here. Log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So I will go to my Stripe application, and here I am going to make a dummy purchase so that the details of that payment can be captured as a webhook response in Pabbly Connect. So this is the webinar on YouTube marketing for which I am going to make a payment. Okay, and I want that whenever someone is going to register, someone is going to pay via this payment link in Stripe, the same user should be added to WebinarKit application. Let's say a dummy user admin@pabblytools.com is the email is registering. Okay, and the name of the person is dummy user only. Okay, let me fill the further details also. So I have added all the dummy details. Now clicking on pay now, and you will see once the payment is done here in the Stripe, the details of these payment will be captured as a webhook response in Pabbly Connect. Yes, thank you for the payment. Let's go back to Pabbly Connect and check for the response. And yes, you can see the response is received in Pabbly Connect. Let me check the details one by one. All right. So the amount is here, the 999. I think it has ignored the decimal value. No, don't worry for that. The address is here, the email address admin@pabblytudes.com, and the name of the person is here. So the details of the person has been captured here in Pabbly Connect. Now I am going to register this particular user to my WebinarKit software as a registrant. But before that, I am going to apply a condition here. What type of condition? My automation is something like whenever the payment is done in Stripe, add the user to webinar. But in my Stripe account, well, there are lots of products already created, and I don't want that on the payment of every product the person should add it to my webinar. I want that on the payment of this particular product only the person should be added. So that is why I have to define it somewhere in the Pabbly Connect. So how I am going to do it? I am going to do it with the help of filter by Pabbly, a feature of Pabbly. The name of the feature is filter. All right, and here in the select label I am going to choose the option. Which particular option? Well, the above data. Here you will see the payment link. Let me show you the details. Okay, so let me search for this particular link. All right, okay, so whenever the payment link is equal to this, then only our automation should continue, otherwise not. So let me copy this payment link and I'm going to search for the same data object payment link. Okay, so here I'm searching for the payment link. Okay, payment link. All right, so whenever the payment link is equal to this payment link, then only this automation should work, and this payment link is the link of the same webinar of my Stripe. All right, so this is how I'm going to set a filter. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request, and you will see the response will be true. The condition will be true because yes, this condition is actually true. This time the payment is actually for this particular webinar only, this particular Stripe's product only. Now whenever the condition is true, what should be done? It should add the user to WebinarKit. That is why here I am going to search for WebinarKit application, and here in action event, because I want to add the user, okay, new webinar registrant, I want to register the user in webinar. That is why the action event will be the same. Well, here just a single action event I have. Now going to click on connect, and it is going to ask you the details with the help of which you can actually connect your application. Log into WebinarKit, navigate to this particular settings, and this is how you will find the API key. Again, I'm going to my webinar. Okay, let me go to my profile, click on settings, and here you will find your API key. Let me control F for that. Okay, API. You can see this is the API key. Let me copy it, going back to Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to paste it, and you will see this is how the connection will be made immediately. You can see it is connected. Now it is asking for the webinar ID. Before that, let me show you my dashboard of WebinarKit. Okay, and let me show you the link of the webinar which I have created. Basically the webinar which I have created in WebinarKit. So webinar on YouTube marketing. This is the webinar which I have created. Let me show you the link. Okay, basically the registration page of this particular webinar. Increase your business reach with the YouTube video marketing. So this is the webinar I am going to conduct. Okay, now going back to Pabbly Connect and going to fill the details. It is asking for the webinar ID. So the name of my webinar is webinar on YouTube video marketing. That is why I'm going to click on that, and you can see since the application is connected, whatever the webinars are available in my WebinarKit account, the details of the same has been captured in Pabbly Connect automatically. Now it is asking for the email address, first name and last name, basically the details of the user. From where I will get these details? Of course from the above step of Stripe, but I don't need to copy the details and paste it here manually. Simply click on these fields. You can read, enter text, or map the data. So we are going to map the data by clicking on this field. You will find the above options here. Okay, you just need to fill the details. It is asking for the email. Let me search for it. Okay, admin@pabblytudes.com is the email address. First name, again search for it, name. So this is the dummy user. Now I'm going to leave these fields blank. In case you want to add the phone number, you can add it. Further, these fields are actually not required. That is why I'm going to leave these fields. Now it is asking for the webinar presentation date. Read the instructions, enter date in this format. Make sure it is in this particular format. So basically it is asking you the date of the webinar. So let me go back to my WebinarKit application. Well, this is my webinar, and let me actually check for the details, like on which particular date this webinar is going to held on. Okay, so I'm clicking on this detail section, and let me check for the dates. And the actual date is 17th August 2022, 12:45 p.m. Asia, Kolkata. So I'm going to add the same date in this particular format. Let me copy this particular format, paste it here, and change the date with my webinar date. So it is actually on the 18th August. That is why I'll add 08 18th August and at 12:45 p.m. Okay, so it is looking good. I have added the date. Now I'm going to click on the save and send test request button and will wait for the response. Okay, you can see the positive response has been arrived. Go back to WebinarKit, open your webinar, whether the person has been added to my webinar automatically or not from the Stripe. Okay, I am going to search for the registrant directly. You can see there are 2 registrants. Where are the details of the registrants? And you can see demo@pabblytudes.com. The same person has been added automatically right after clicking on this particular button. You can see I have added the same user here. Okay, I have received the details of the same user. So this is how you can actually register the users automatically directly from Stripe to your WebinarKit software, and not just to the WebinarKit software, but actually to the different webinar software. Okay, I'm going to attach the link of this particular workflow in the description box so that you can directly clone the whole setup into your account, that too for free. One more important thing which people generally ask after watching this video tutorial, that do they really need to do any particular settings even after creating this automation in Pabbly Connect? No, you don't have to do anything. Simply close Pabbly Connect, and now onwards, whenever someone is going to register via Stripe, it will be added automatically to WebinarKit software. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.